Lebanon elects new president, ending
Lebanon's
political
parliament
stalemate.
elected army chief Joseph Ayoun as the country's
Jimmy Carter's legacy, the creation of the education department under threat. India reports first HMPV cases, no cause for alarm. Zelensky and Austin urge continued support for Ukraine amid leadership changes. China accuses EU for unfair trade barriers. Wildfires ravage Los Angeles. Thousands evacuate amid historic blaze. China's inflation slows, raising deflation concerns. Swiss man dies in Iran prison after spy arrest. Three Germans indicted for spying for China. Novak Djokovic knocked out a Brisbane international by Rally Opelka. Amorim's changes give Man United hope amid turbulence. State Farm Stadium may host Rams Vikings playoff game. Jasprit Bumrah, a bowling legend across all formats. Good evening, I'm Mulshad Muqtadi and welcome to Millennium Nightly News. Let's dive into today's details and keep you updated on the latest events around the world. Lebanon elects new president, ending political stalemate. Lebanon's parliament has elected Army Chief Joseph Aoun as president, ending a 2-year political deadlock. Aoun, backed by the US and Saudi Arabia, vowed to address Lebanon's economic and political challenges in his acceptance speech. He emphasized plans to centralize military power under the state, referencing the disarmament of Hezbollah, the Iran-backed group weakened by recent conflicts with Israel. The US brokered ceasefire with Israel requires both sides to withdraw troops from disputed areas, further reducing Hezbollah's influence. Aoun's election makes a shift from his predecessor, Michael Aoun, who was allied with Hezbollah, and signals a new era in Lebanese politics. Carter's legacy, the creation of the education department under threat. In 1979, President Jimmy Carter established the U.S. Department of Education, a landmark achievement elevating education to a federal priority. Despite its expanded role in managing student loans and enforcing anti-discrimination laws, the agency has faced ongoing criticism, particularly from conservatives who view federal involvement in education as overreach. President-elect Donald Trump has promised to dismantle the department, supported by Republican lawmakers like Sean Mike Rounds, although previous efforts to abolish it, including under President Reagan, failed. Trump's administration could reduce its influence and funding. This highlights the ongoing tension between federal and local control over education policy. India reports first HMPV cases, no cause for alarm. India has confirmed its first cases of HMPV, with 7 infections reported across cities like Nagpur, Bengaluru, and Chennai, including 2 infants. HMPV can cause respiratory illnesses, particularly in children, older adults, and those with weak immune system. Symptoms include cough, fever, and nasal congestion. Health officials assured that the virus, first identified in 2001, is not now and is typically mild, with most cases recovering on their own. Preventing steps like wearing masks, hand washing, and covering coughs are advised. Authorities are monitoring the situation but emphasize there is no need to worry. Zelensky and Austin urge continued support for Ukraine amid leadership change. At their final meeting before the Trump administration takes office, Ukrainian President Zelensky and US Defense Secretary Austin emphasized the importance of maintaining military aid to Ukraine. Austin announced a $500 million security package, including missiles and equipment, urging allies to resist retreating from the conflict. Zelensky highlighted Ukraine's significant offensive in Russia's Kursk region and the ongoing need for air defense against Russian attacks. Concerns grow over Trump's stance on alliances, with European leaders preparing for potential shifts in US support. Austin warned that halting aid would embolden aggression, putting global security at risk. China accuses EU of unfair trade barriers. China has accused the European Union of imposing unfair trade and investment barriers, particularly through the EU's Foreign Subsidies Regulation (FSR). The Chinese Commerce Ministry claims the FSR discriminates against Chinese companies and creates unnecessary burdens, making it harder for them to compete in the European market. This follows an EU investigation into Chinese subsidies in sectors like electric vehicles and renewables. The EU defended its actions, stating that the FSR complies with international trade rules. China has yet to specify whether it will take retaliatory measures. Wildfires ravage Los Angeles. Thousands evacuate amid historic blaze. Los Angeles faces devastating wildfires, with over 40 square miles scorched and nearly 180,000 residents evacuated. The Palisades and Eaton fires remain the largest, with 0% containment. Fueled by fierce Santa Ana winds, over 1,000 structures are destroyed, and the death toll is expected to rise. Power outages affect hundreds of thousands, and water shortages hinder firefighting efforts, especially in Pacific Palisades. The fires are estimated to cause nearly $10 billion in damage. Emergency responders, including military units and volunteers, are aiding relief efforts. Donations to organizations like Global Giving and the California Fire Foundation are helping impacted communities. China's inflation slows, raising deflation concerns. China's consumer inflation slowed to just 0.1% in December, sparking fears of deflation. This marks a drop from 0.2% in November. Food prices, including pork and vegetables, saw declines due to favorable weather. However, China's producer prices continued to fall, marking the 27th consecutive month of decline. Despite government efforts to stimulate the economy, including interest rate cuts and subsidies, domestic demand remains weak, and consumption has not picked up significantly. Experts warn that these trends may continue, with consumers only purchasing when discounts are available. Swiss man dies in Iran prison after spy arrest. Swiss citizen accused of spying in Iran has died in prison, according to Iranian state media. The man was being held in Simnan prison, where officials claim he committed suicide on Thursday. Efforts to save him reportedly failed, as stated by the judiciary-run Mizan news agency. The individual, whose identity remains undisclosed, had been arrested by Iranian security forces, and his case was under investigation. Iran has previously detained several foreigners and dual nationals, often on espionage or security charges. Switzerland, which represents US interest in Iran, plays a crucial diplomatic role between Tehran and Washington. We'll be right back after a short break. I'm Munshad Muqtadi. Keep watching Millennium Nightly News. Tune in every night at 10 p.m. for Millennium Nightly News with Munshad Muqtadi on Millennium News 24. Get the latest updates from around the world, including breaking news, in-depth reports, and exclusive stories, all delivered with integrity, professionalism, and a commitment to the truth. Whether covering local events, international affairs, or cultural highlights, Munshad provides comprehensive coverage, ensuring you are always informed and connected. With a focus on accuracy and global perspectives, Millennium News 24 is your trusted source for news that matters. From diverse communities to world-changing stories, we bridge gaps and bring you the most relevant updates. Stay updated by following us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Millennium News 24. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, Millennium News 24. You can also watch us on Android, iOS devices, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Horizon Satellite. Enjoy entertainment and the latest news with us. Download the Millennium News 24 and Millennium TV 24. Our websites are millenniumnews24.com and millenniumtv24.com. Stay ahead of the curve with Millennium Nightly News, only on Millennium News 24 because the truth matters. Welcome back after the break. I'm Munshad Muqtadi and you're watching Millennium Nightly News. 3 Germans indicted for spying for China. German prosecutors have indicted 3 nationals on charges of spying for China by obtaining sensitive military technology information. The accused, Harvik F., Aina F., and Thomas R., allegedly worked with China's Ministry of State Security, MSS, to gather details on military systems, including both engines, sonar, and armored vehicle propulsion. The individuals were arrested in April 2024 in Düsseldorf and Bad Homburg. This case follows a similar one involving a U.S. national arrested in Frankfurt in November for allegedly passing U.S. military intelligence to China. Let's dive into today's sports details. Novak Djokovic knocked out of Brisbane International by Relika Opelka. Novak Djokovic's preparation for the Australian Open ended early as he was defeated by Relika Opelka in the Amorim's changes give Man United hope amid turbulence. Manchester United's tough start after Ruben Amorim, marked by 6 defeats in 11 games, is showing signs of improvement after a spirited 2-2 draw at Liverpool. Amorim's tactical tweaks, including a consistent backline, energetic midfield pair Kobe, Maloney and Manuel Ugarte, and a hybrid role for Bruno Fernandes, have improved team coherence. Defensive gaps, once a major concern, were minimized at Anfield, with Liverpool failing to complete a single cross into the box. Amad Diallo has thrived under the new system, contributing to most of United's goals. While challenges remain, the performance hints at a brighter future if stability and hard-pressing football continue. State Farm Stadium may host Rams-Vikings playoff game. The NFC wildcard game between the Rams and Vikings, set for SoFi Stadium, might move to State Farm Stadium due to wildfires in Southern California. The NFL is monitoring the situation, prioritizing community safety. This isn't the first time the Cardinals have stepped in to help. In 2003 and 2007, wildfires led to the Chargers using Arizona facilities, and in 2020, the 49ers played 3 home games at State Farm Stadium during the pandemic. The league will decide on this location soon when staying in touch with public officials and both teams. Jasprit Bumrah, a bowling legend across all formats. Former Australian captain Michael Clarke hailed Jasprit Bumrah as the greatest fast bowler across all cricket formats, praising his versatility in any conditions. Bumrah's stellar performance in the
3 for 25, and he's got.
Now let's take a closer look at the weather trends and what you can expect as you plan your day ahead. Stay tuned for all the details. Let's have a glance at the headlines again. Lebanon elects new president, ending
Lebanon's
political
parliament
stalemate.
elected army chief Joseph Ayoun as the country's
Jimmy Carter's legacy, the creation of the education department under threat. India reports first HMPV cases, no cause for alarm. Zelensky and Austin urge continued support for Ukraine amid leadership changes. China accuses EU for unfair trade barriers. Wildfires ravage Los Angeles. Thousands evacuate amid historic blaze. China's inflation slows, raising deflation concerns. Swiss man dies in Iran prison after spy arrest. Three Germans indicted for spying for China. Novak Djokovic knocked out a Brisbane international by Rally Opelka. Amorim's changes give Man United hope amid turbulence. State Farm Stadium may host Rams-Vikings playoff game. Jasprit Bumrah, a bowling legend across all formats. Thank you for staying with us. Login to stay updated with the latest news on our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Millennium News 24. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, Millennium News 24. You can watch us on Android and iOS devices, as well as on Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Horizon Satellite TV, and all smart TV platforms. Enjoy entertainment and the latest news with us. Download the Millennium TV apps, Millennium TV USA for Android, and Millennium News on Google. Thank you for being a part of Millennium News 24. Thanks again for staying with us. I'm Munshat Muhtadi. Stay tuned for the next news. Have a good night.